This woman reversed her kidney disease with the carnivore diet.
I originally started eating carnivore because my kidneys were failing.
Are we all wrong about the carnivore diet? In the last few years, a new diet took the health world by storm. Proponents of this diet will tell you that this diet helped them get rid of gut health issues, that it helped them lose weight, that it cured their psoriasis and allergies, and maybe most impressively, that they were able to get their kidney health back by eating carnivore. So, has this person really improved her kidney function by eating ribeyes? Let's find out! Catherine here, I've been helping kidney disease patients take control of their health for more than a decade now. And okay guys, you won! After a million of your comments about the carnivore diet, I will finally cave in, alright? And I will finally talk about it. After all, there is a lot of people on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram that are saying that when they decided to avoid fruit and veggies and only eating grass-fed beef, they got better. They improved. Now, there is a video on YouTube in particular which is titled Rebirth Through Ribeyes. And this video is the story of Amy. She allegedly lost a ton of weight, improved her diabetes and even her kidney function by completely avoiding fruit and veggies and only eating ribeye and not much else. Now guys, this also comes with a big, bold warning for anyone watching me. Do not, for any reason, change the way you eat without the explicit approval of your doctor and of your nephrologist and of your renal dietitian if you have kidney disease. This is very important because today we are talking about a diet that may present some dangers for people with kidney disease. Do not take any risks. And keep in mind that I'm not recommending this diet, just illustrating it, alright? So with that in mind, let's take a look at the video of the woman who allegedly improved her kidney health with the carnivore diet.
I originally started eating carnivore because my kidneys were failing.
So her kidneys were failing. She had a GFR of 46. Now I know that some of my subscribers will pay good money to have a GFR of 46. That's stage 3A, by the way, when most people still don't have symptoms. So this woman was lucky enough to be diagnosed in time. But instead of, start eating less protein and more fruit and veggies like you are supposed to do with diabetes and kidney disease, she decided to...
I joined Dr. Fung's private little group. It was like $30 a month. And
okay. She decided to pay an influencer $30 a month to be able to learn about the carnivore diet. Amazing! I mean, not sketchy at all. This is literally a diet that forbids everything but animal products. How much coaching do you need to achieve that? It's not like a renal diet where you need a doctor to elaborate your numbers and do precise calculations to prove you exact amounts of nutrients to eat. Should I charge $30 to tell people to stop eating junk food?
And I started to fast. I also started eating ribeyes for 3 or 4 more months, and my numbers improved dramatically.
What?
And now they also show a link to a study in the video. You can see it in the left low corner. This study is titled Renal Function in Patients Following a Low Carbohydrate Diet for Type 2 Diabetes. And well, this is still incredible. She went from a GFR of 46 to a GFR of 84 just by eating only ribeye. So, time to start giving Dr. Fung $30 a month now then. I mean, are people really curing the most serious diseases, including kidney disease, with the carnivore diet? Or is this just a big scam to take your money and your health away from you? Well, only a way to find out. What I'm gonna do today is examining the various claims of the carnivore diet and validate or debunk them, alright? I will do this by looking at the most relevant and authoritative human studies out there. So let's start with the most important claims of the carnivore diet. 1. The carnivore diet is great for diabetes and it also helps with weight loss. So is this true? Well, to answer this question, we need to understand how a carnivore diet is set up. So those following a carnivore diet are going to eat only animal products, meat, fish, eggs, and all that, while completely avoiding not just fruit, veggies, nuts, seeds, and grains, but also anything containing sugar, alcohol, and anything containing carbs. I mean, if you start to eat like this, you will lose weight. I don't need a study to prove that. When you forbid yourself from eating all processed carbs, everything containing sugar, alcohol, any junk food at all, you will lose weight. People gain weight when they eat sugar, fried foods, junk food in general. Remove all that from your diet and your body weight is going down. No doubt about it. Now, here's the thing about weight loss. If you have type 2 diabetes, losing weight can literally save your life. I've personally witnessed people sending diabetes into remission just by losing enough weight. On the other hand, if you are not able to lose weight, diabetes is only going to get worse. So finally, time to pay Dr. Fang his $30 then? Well, I wouldn't be so fast. Huh? You see, for people with diabetes, animal-based foods are not very healthy. They are linked to more inflammation, more gut health issues, more cancer, more visceral fats, and consequently, more diabetes. This is supported by several studies, including this one I'm showing you right now. Now guys, the biggest risk you may face by following a carnivore diet is another, however, kidney disease. If your kidneys are not working at 100%, very common in those with diabetes, eating all that protein may be a serious danger. Now guys, someone will argue here that excessive body weight is a way bigger risk factor for type 2 diabetes than the risks correlated with eating meat. And you know what? They will be right. Another point I often hear from the carnivore crowd is that their beef is grass-fed. So what about grass-fed beef then? Isn't eating grass-fed beef going to decrease all the risks connected to red meat? Well, let's take a look at what would happen if someone with diabetes started to eat only grass-fed beef. What we know is that when cows only eat grass instead of grains, their body composition changes, especially their body fat. They are going to have a better omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, and this is amazing. I mean, omega-3s have heart and kidney protecting benefits, and they are an essential part of the diet that's often overlooked. Very good for you. So is grass-fed beef the key to improve diabetes and kidney health? Should we all give up all of our beloved fruits and vegetables, not to mention rice, grains, oatmeal, and all the foods we like in order to improve? And finally pay that poor Dr. Fang his $30 then? Well, I wouldn't be so fast. You see, omega-3/6 content is not the main issue with red meat. This is not the reason why it damages the kidneys, and it is considered a risk factor for diabetes. Grass-fed red meat is still going to be linked to more inflammation, more gut health issues, more cancer, more visceral fat, and consequently more diabetes. And it will always damage your kidneys. Now guys, red meat is not even the main risk associated with a carnivore diet. That will be the complete lack of fiber. A carnivore diet contains no fiber, and that's very bad for your heart, gut, and kidneys. There is not a single study on heart associating a carnivore diet with improved diabetes numbers. There are, in fact, many studies telling us that fiber protects your kidneys and that helps with diabetes as well. Then there is the problem of vitamin and antioxidants. Meat and animal products do not have many of the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and micronutrients in general fruit and veggies offer, while being too high in others. One mineral being phosphorus, by the way, which is literally poison for people with kidney disease, and that is extremely abundant in animal-based foods. And even for those without kidney disease, it's clear that voluntarily causing yourself vitamin deficiency is not a good strategy to improve your health. And also, carnivore diets can be very high in sodium, also very bad for your heart and kidneys. Higher cholesterol levels would also be an issue here. Not to mention that grass-fed beef is expensive and hard to find. So, it's clear that while someone with diabetes but without kidney disease could think that getting rid of all carbs may be a way to improve, well, it's probably not worth the risk. Because even if you lose weight when you start a carnivore diet, your blood test results are going to be very bad. You are going to feel bad and you are going to be constipated. So, no 30 bucks for Dr. Fang, I guess. Look, the carnivore diet is not for diabetics. There is no serious study on heart supporting the theory that this diet can help with diabetes. The carnivore diet can only help those few people that suffer from allergies and intolerances that they cannot diagnose and that can't be solved without removing all fruit and veggies. Yeah, they are 1 in a million. But then, if all the claims of the carnivore diet are debunked, how did the woman in the video improve her kidney health?
3 or 4 more months, and my numbers improved dramatically.
What?
Is there a possibility that she is lying? Well, guys, obviously I don't know what she did, really. I'm not her doctor, I don't know her. It's not entirely impossible that by losing a ton of weight, she actually improved her diabetes at the point that her kidneys started to work much better. It's not very likely, however, and do you know why? The person who uploaded this video put on screen a link to a study to validate their claims. And you see, this makes me think they are not in good faith. So I have reasons to believe these people are lying. Why, you may ask? If you follow me here regularly, you probably already know about this study. Every time they try to sell the carnivore diet or the paleo or the keto to people with kidney disease, they always mention this one single study. Exactly this. Now guys, if you follow me here regularly, you may probably have noticed that every time I give you a medical fact, I show you a study to support it. And well, I showed you 6 different studies just in today's video. But every time someone talks about the carnivore diet for kidney disease, they will always link you just this one study and nothing else. So if we type this link into our browser, this is the study we get. Title is Renal Function in Patients Following a Low Carbohydrate Diet for Type 2 Diabetes. Now, what they found out in this study is that low-carb diets for people with type 2 diabetes may improve many renal and cardiovascular risk factors, alright? So these people improved, and this is proven by medical literature. In fact, in the review, 143 patients improved their creatinine levels by 4.7 on average, as we can see. I mean, does this mean that the carnivore crowd is right after all, and that Dr. Fang totally deserves our money? Well, there is just a little problem here. Because, you see, this study has a full text available for everyone to read. If we take a look at the full text, we can see that this study was never made to test the carnivore diet, nor it was done on kidney patients. First of all, it was done on people with normal kidney function. As we can see here, before the intervention, they had a GFR of 85.5 on average, which means that they didn't have kidney problems at all. Keep in mind that you need to have a GFR below 60 to be diagnosed with CKD, alright? Second, this study wasn't even made with people following a carnivore diet. Yeah, no grass-fed beef involved here, just a regular low-carb diet, which is something that can be done with no meat at all, if you want, and with lots of fruit and especially veggies. I mean, the diet these diabetes patients follow to improve is more similar to what I usually recommend here than to a carnivore diet. But these influencers are using this study to promote the carnivore diet. And you know why? Because it's the only study they could find that vaguely supports their claims. And this is exactly why I think these people are not in good faith. So guys, if you still think that both me and all those scientists and doctors are crazy for recommending fruit and veggies to people with kidney issues, let me know in comment section. On the other hand, if you want to know more about what someone with diabetes and kidney disease needs to eat in order to improve, watch my video up here. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!